Hey, it's Jabin here from Postal Barbecue, and today at the grill we're smoking up a couple racks of spare ribs to make some delicious pork rib tacos. And just like always, I can put all the show notes as well as the full recipe in the description box below, so make sure to click down there to see everything that you need for this cook. Also, if you like what we're doing on this channel, make sure to hit that subscribe button for more great barbecue recipes, tutorials, and reviews. And other than that, let's get into the cook. So to get started with our pork rib tacos, the first thing that we're going to need to do is prepare our spare ribs for the grill. And we're going to be smoking these just like any other rack of spare ribs that we would smoke on our grill to get that traditional smoky flavor that we all know and love. So the first thing that we need to do is prepare our ribs by trimming off any extra fat or any extra meat that just needs to be trimmed off. Next, we're going to remove the membrane of these pork ribs. So to do that, we're going to take a butter knife and we're going to wedge that underneath that membrane. Then with our finger and some paper towel, we're going to pry that up and we're just going to rip it off just like we would a piece of masking tape. Once our ribs are all trimmed up, we're going to place some oil onto both sides of our ribs. Then the next thing that we're going to do is take our barbecue rub. We're using just a classic sweet rub, and we're going to generously apply this to both sides of our ribs, making sure we have a good coating on both sides. Alright, with our main rack of ribs all done, we're going to also do the same process to our rib tips. These were a full rack of spare ribs that were cut down, so we have the rib tips that we're also going to be cooking. And with our ribs all ready to go, it's time to get our grill set up for cooking indirect at 250 degrees. So today we're going to be using our slow and sear. We started off by placing about 12 briquettes in the corner of the slow and sear and got those fully lit. And then we filled up the remainder of the basket with some unlit briquettes. We added a few chunks of hickory wood, as well as filled up our water reservoir with hot water. And with our grill all ready to go, we're going to get our meat onto the grill. But first you're going to notice that we have our dripping griddle down on the bottom because we're going to place our rib tips down at this level just because we need that little extra bit of cooking space. And if you are going to be using this method, just remember that the cooking temperature will be a little bit lower than at your main grate surface. Once we have our rib tips on, we're going to place our main grate into our grill. Then we're going to place both racks of our ribs opposite side of the slow and sear. We're also going to attach our digital thermometer to the grate so we can monitor our pit temperature. And when that's done, we're going to close the lid and begin cooking. So our ribs have now been cooking for about 2.5 hours, and I want to open up the lid and show you what they look like. You can see that these ribs have taken on a really nice color, and we can see that there's a little bit of bone pullback already, which is a good sign. And so what we're going to do now is we're going to take them off the grill and we're going to wrap them in some foil. And this is just going to help speed up the cook a little bit, as well as further tenderize our ribs so that when we pull them off to prepare our tacos, the bone will just pull away nicely. Our ribs have now been in our foil pouch for about 1.5 hours, and so we're going to open up the grill and take a look to see how they're progressing. So you can see that we have some nice bone pullback here, and these ribs are looking really tender. And so we're going to get them out of the foil and we're going to sauce them up. So we've let our sauce set for about 15 minutes and these ribs look incredible. So it's time to get them off the grill so we can make our rib tacos. So our ribs are off the grill and we're going to place the other section of our Easy Spin grill grate onto our grill here because we need to warm up some tortillas. So we're going to place that directly over the sear zone here. And we're basically just going to be warming them up a little bit. So we're going to flip them over about 30 seconds or a minute through. So our ribs are all done and they look incredible. They got a nice smoke ring around it. And let's give this a taste first of all. Got great pullback from the bone. Those are really juicy, full of flavor. Those are awesome. So to build our tacos, we quickly grilled and warmed our tortilla shells on the grill. And the first thing we're going to do is place some of our rib meat onto these tacos. Next, we're going to keep it simple by just adding some fresh onion. Place that on top. Some fresh cilantro. And again, build these to your flavor profile. If you like other ingredients on it, go ahead and place that on top. We're gonna take some fresh lime and we're gonna squeeze that over each one individually. This is going to add a little bit of freshness to these rib tacos. Then the last thing we're going to do is take some Salsa Verde and place that on a couple of them. Then we have some guacamole salsa, and we're going to place that onto this one here, just to switch up the flavor a little bit. And there we go. So these rib tacos are done, and the aromas are just insane. It's fresh, it's savory, it's gonna be delicious. Here we go, let's go for a taste test. Wow. Guys, the flavor on this rib taco is incredible. It's a perfect combination of traditional barbecue meets Mexican cuisine. You gotta try this one out. That lime is awesome. So that's how you make those easy and delicious pork rib tacos. I know you're gonna love them for sure. Hey guys, make sure to leave a comment down below, hit that subscribe button for more great barbecue recipes, tutorials, and reviews, and we'll see you next time.